at things. The internal thing is like you should want to be with somebody who loves themselves enough to be able to put forth love and effort into you.
I ain't gonna lie. I know that everything else you said was good, but I'm not gonna lie.
That was great.
That might be the one, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That's gonna be okay.
Deuce double low at the 5. Where a nigga from Grove Street, I ain't even gonna lie. Used to hang out the block when I lit on Billy Drive. I seen real niggas snitch, I seen real niggas die. And shit change up. Who stars turned into some gangsters. Grew around some shooters, grabbed they gun and got they aim up and play tough. My city dangerous. Niggas lose they shot right before they make it famous. Niggas lose they shot right before they make it famous. In my city, niggas lose they shot right before they make it famous.
Welcome to Pittsburgh Chatter, where I do interviews where I want, whenever I want, with who I want. And today I have a special guest, Cybasuess. How's it going, man?
Man, I'm doing well. Appreciate you having me, man.
For sure. Okay, so you reached out to me, and honestly, I was surprised because you are a promotion. You do the promotion. So you reaching out to me, trying to promote your brand, it's a little bit foreign to me. So first, let's talk about what is like the whole Cyba in general.
Right. So Cyba, it's a community for creatives, really based here in Pittsburgh, but it's worldwide. What we do is help out with promo. So any media, photo shoots, video shoots, we help other people get interviews. We also help people perform live and just build their whole overall presence in general. So Cyba is a place where creatives come to build their creative futures. You know?
Okay, so now I seen you've collabed with a lot of artists, and basically you'll have like a set way you do it, like a set form as far as like the flyer that you use. So there's a set colors and everything like that.
Sure.
So what inspired that? Because that's something that a lot of people do, but they don't keep it the same. So talk about that. And it looks very professional. You create all that and do all that yourself too?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I use it on, I put it on Canva. I made a template. So that way, every time we got a new feature coming in, we just swap out some stuff, make it personalized for them. And then we just post up like that. We want it to be uniform. So every time you see a post, you know it's Cyba. You mean?
And how do you choose which artists you want to work with? Because we'll get to the people that reach out for you too, because I've seen the Google form, very professional and all of that.
Appreciate that.
But how do you realize like people you want to work with?
So a lot of the people I've known personally, I see them perform as well, but also people that's just, you can tell they got some emotion in the city, putting on for not only themselves, but the city themselves. Just, people who's really doing something for the community, man, or people who's just getting started. Like, we just want to help. Our mission is to help as many creatives as possible. So we see you putting in work, you're going to get your shine.
Okay, so I want you to talk about the set price list, but also I'm just curious here. If you do realize like, okay, this might be mutual beneficial, like I'm not going to charge them, I might be able to just do it because I know it will help my platform and it will help theirs, and then talk about the price list too.
Right. So how it starts is when the people get their first feature, we like to do it like a surprise. You know what I mean? So I don't even hit people up like, hey, we're about to feature you. Can we get a picture? Hey, we're about to feature you. What song? We like to make it more like they woke up and they're on the Cybazone page. You know what I mean? And the tiers, so there's 3 different tiers. Okay. The first level is Spark. The second level is Charged. And the third level is, Surge. Right? So Spark, Charge, Surge. And each one of those come with their different sets of rewards that you get for being a part of it. So like Spark, every time you post, you get a set amount of Cyba coin. And we'll get into that later. So you'll get, it's $9.99 for Spark, $14.99 for Charge, and $19.99 for Surge. We wanted to make the prices like minimal as possible, because like we ain't here for the money. Obviously you need money to run a business, but like we don't want money to be the reason why somebody can't follow their dreams. You know what I mean?
So it's not just music artists. So say if like hypothetically speaking, a basketball player, a football player, or someone of that aspect reaches out to you, would you work with them? And how would, because I haven't seen that on the platform, and how would you go about that? Just like, I'm just curious.
Right. So obviously right now it's more of like the musicians, dancers, content actors, creators. You know what I mean? Yeah. But in the future we are going to open up a separate page that's Cyba Sports. So we're going to involve basketball, football, tennis.
Oh, so you've already thought about this?
Man, come on, man. I'm thinking years ahead, bro. We're from the future, right?
Okay, for sure. Now, that's one thing I definitely want to dive into. Bro, it doesn't matter what you do, how you increase the Cyba just whole platform in general, I've noticed is like, okay, you kind of want to separate things. So you'll make a page for the Cybafest, you'll make a page for the Cybas, you'll just make a page for everything.
Right.
So why do you do this specifically? Because this is something that I thought about doing, but then I'm like, I know how long it takes to build up a page.
Right.
And it can be very tedious. But so is it hard? And also, why do you do this?
Man, anything worth doing is going to be a little difficult. You know what I'm saying? But once it's done, you're going to see the just excellence behind it. So the reason I'm making separate pages is so that everything just not blasted on the one, because it's going to look like a dump. Put it like this. I took a lot of tips from the Nike page. Okay, so you have the general Nike page that just shows like things going on in Nike. But then you got Nike sports, you got Nike merch, you got all the different sports all separated. You know what I'm saying? So it gives it, so like when people look at that certain page, they know what they're getting.
Nike football,
Nike, you know what I'm saying? So it's not, you know, like, so it just helps it not look like it's just all like a dump onto one page. You know what I mean?
All right, so let's get back to the whole, you did say that Cybasuess is your name,
yes, sir.
But the Cyba thing. So how did you come upon the name? How did that start?
So the word Cyba is a slang of the word cyber. I'm very into cyberpunk, futuristic, sci-fi, very next level. So I got the name Cyba. I used to work for, you know, in the mental health field. So I had a client, you know, who was just over there doing his thing. I was sitting at the table and the game Cyberpunk 2077 had been announced.
There's no way that's what
came
from.
That's what it came from. That's what it came from. So it got announced and I'm like, man, I can't wait for this game to come out. And I've always been I like acronyms. So I like when a certain word, like you see the word, but each letter, you means something different, right? So the word Cyba is a dope word in itself, right? But the meaning is backwards. The meaning is always be your character, okay? So it's spelled CYBA, but the meaning is always be your character. Now we did that on purpose, okay? Because it means to go the opposite way of society, of the system. You go in your own direction. You mean that's what we do here. We are so unique. We don't follow paths. We follow our own paths. We don't follow nobody else. You mean? So that was the whole reason for that. It's also the reason that we have the Cyber Cyclone on there as well. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, explain. So what is the Cyber Cyclone?
Yeah, so that's our symbol. So you know how there's like the Nike check and the Adidas.
What they notice you as.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's a cyclone. And what is a cyclone? It's a mixture of hot and cold weather spinning counterclockwise. And the counterclockwise is the special part of it because it's going in the opposite direction that everybody else is going. So we call it a creative storm. So every time you see that cyclone, just know anybody that's rocking it, anybody that's a part of it is a creative storm. And every time they hit, it's going to hit hard, you know?
Okay, so just so we're clear, this is just your like baby. There's no one helping you with it, like.
I do get some help. My girl has been a great help. Okay. Shout out to her. Her name is Cece. She's doing her thing.
But I mean, like business partner wise, like friend wise, like.
Yeah, I was out. Yeah, I put it together, built it ground up. You know what I mean? Did a lot of the work myself. Still doing the work. It's great. You know what I mean? We're eventually going to have more. Contractors, people that we outsource things to and work with. But like, yeah, this is my little baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm raising it, you know?
Okay, so now the Google form, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. This just made, when I'm looking at this, because everyone feels like, okay, they need a website. And honestly, I thought about creating a website, but then I'm thinking about how I would work with my work schedule. And I just feel like if someone's coming to a website trying to book a day, it just would be too confusing to me. Now, when I get my own equipment and everything, which I know I have to do now.
Right.
Of course, that might be easier because, all right, I'm open this day, I'm open that. But if somebody's booked in the studio, I won't be able to do it.
Right.
So the Google form, first of all, very professional.
Appreciate it.
And also, so how did that work and who came up with that idea? And as far as just the layout of it, you did all of that too. So talk about that a little bit.
Look, I did it all. I'm not gonna lie though, you know what I'm saying? I had some help.
Okay.
From ChatGPT.
Okay.
And like that's it's a real shaky ground. But man, I went on ChatGPT, like, look, I want to build a system. And that's the biggest word probably of the day. Build a system. Because all you gotta do is build it one time. You might have to update it, you know what I'm saying, as things go on, but you build that, it just makes that flow easier. So when somebody's like
prices and things change.
You know what I'm saying? It's all on there. It's all on there. But yeah, prices change, it's updated real quick, but it's essentially the same exact format. And that's what I want. That's the reason why we're able to push things out so quickly, but still keep that quality there because we built the system first and then we just incorporate it each time. You know what I mean?
And I know it's easy for you because it's like you've asked every question, like What I'm saying, everything you could possibly need to know about an artist or somebody that's trying to sign up is right there. So there's just no confusion, no confliction. So I want to give you your kudos to that. But also that leads me into that next thing. Now, the Cyba coin. At first, I did think it was going to be like one of those things where you have created your own cryptocurrency. But then I started to do some research, and then I won't dive too deep, but I'll let you explain it. I'm like, okay, so it's basically on if somebody's spending money to promote, you give them a coin and it adds up over time to get like off certain percentages off like that.
Yeah. So that's definitely part of it. Okay. So the Cyba coin is the digital currency of Cyba. So Cyba coin is gained in multiple ways. The first being as a Cyba, every time you get a post on to the Cybazone page. So like Surge gets five guaranteed posts per week. Charge gets 3 and Spark gets 1. But every time you post or get a post featured on there, you get Cyba coin. So like Surge gets 20, Charge gets 15, I believe Spark gets 10.
And what do you mean, repost or
so
like, how does it work?
So how it works is like when you pick your tier, that's how many posts you get per week. And then every about Thursday or Friday, I ask all the Cybas like, yo, we'll be posting for next week, because over the weekend I create all the posts that you'll see on there, right? And then once you gain your coin by getting your features on there, but you also gain coin, and this is my favorite part, by supporting other Cybas. Okay, so if you like another Cybas, if you comment on another Cybas, if you share their post, you get rewarded for that too, because we want to make it known that like, yes, you're on your creative path, but it's just I feel like it's just as important to support your fellow creatives as well, because we're all in this city together. Right. You mean we're all in this together, all trying to make it out. So I feel like the more you push somebody else, the more somebody else is gonna push you. It just it's like a loophole, not a loophole. I should say a rat wheel of just creating and supporting, because that support's gonna come right back to you. You mean?
Okay. So now let's talk. I love to do this on Pittsburgh Chatter.
Okay.
And I know you've seen a bunch of stuff that you want to highlight, but I want to trail off a little bit here. When we comes to the support, it's gotten better in Pittsburgh, but I noticed, I don't know, how old are you?
I'm 26.
Okay, so no, you probably can't relate to this. I'm 29 going on 30, so my generation is like, we're right there, but it's kind of different because you're a part of that content generation where like, they don't see it as, oh, there's hate or there's really like, well, probably. But they see it as basically like, if you're in content creation, if you're doing something positive, we're going to all collab.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that it's not so much in my realm that they'll do that. So talk about that a little bit. Have you had problems with that, with people supporting or people reposting or people just liking and sharing? Because honestly, I don't see how it could happen when that's literally what you do. But have you had problems with that?
I wouldn't say I had problems. And even if a problem arises, we look at it as an opportunity for growth.
Okay.
You mean?
To learn.
Because that's what you should be able to learn from everything that happens. Win or lose, I feel like there's no such thing as losing. You're going to learn a lesson regardless. So as far as the support in the city, this is why we call it the rebellion, right? So we're rebelling against that narrative that you can't make it out of the city and there's no support here. And like, no matter what you do, it's going to be a crabs in a barrel type of thing. We're like, nah, man, literally all you have to do is support your fellow creative. And that's how we blow up. You know what I'm saying? Put out quality content, support somebody else's content. That person you supported, 9 times out of 10 going to want to support you because you just, you know what I mean, off rip. And don't do it because you want something out of it. Do it because out of the goodness of your heart, you want to see somebody else win.
Well, of course. And you can tell the people that love what they do versus the people that are doing it for like, you know, a certain type of values or to gain something, popularity or something out of that. In your case, we could tell you're just doing it because you love it. Because honestly, just supporting content creators is just like,
it's fun. It's fun seeing somebody reach their creative goals, bro. Whether Cyba has something to do with it or not is just, it's a beautiful thing. So the fact that we can help somebody build themselves up and reach their higher heights, bro, it's just like a cherry on top, man.
Okay, I want to talk about the Cybafest next because I've seen a couple artists on there that I followed and I've looked into. But before we get to that, now, this is something I know people are specific about, the pictures that you choose. Because I heard you say that, sometimes we want to do it as like a surprise and be spontaneous with it. But what if they don't like the picture you chose?
So we did run into that. I won't say the creative, but we ran into that where they appreciated the post because I mean it's just putting that spotlight on them. Yeah. But they were like, "Yo, I just kind of wish you used a better picture." So I feel like that's just something we're gonna run into. We're gonna try to pick the highest quality picture that shows off you, shows off what you got going on. But you mean that at the end of the day, you really will never know until they see it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just kind of one of the things we got to deal with.
And you'll just switch the picture and just repost it. Because it won't get the same engagement.
That's what I mean. So like we usually won't repost it because after that it's gonna be like, well, now that you have your feature, like, would you like to continue getting the promo? And then that's why when we kind of segue into them becoming an official Cyba, and in that way it's like, all right, what picture would you like to use as your every time we post it? I mean, but like what we do is like week by week I try to switch up the picture that's being used. You know what I mean? So it's still you, but it's a different picture. Still you, still has that template in there, but now it's just gonna be a separate picture, just so it, you know what I mean, just so it looks like it's growing type thing.
I got you for sure, man. I was just curious about that because I've dealt with that too, where it's like I'll take a picture of someone will be like, well, I don't really like that.
Yeah.
And me, I don't really care no more. Like I just don't even care how I look. I'm not gonna lie to you. So pictures don't really bother me.
Yeah.
But I also, I wanted to be behind the scenes, so I don't really like, take pictures with guests like I used to. It's just easier, and people. Honestly, when things are like spontaneous and people don't really know, it's a little bit better like that. Cybafest, bro.
Sure.
Okay, so I got to see, I think, Jay Shantae.
Yep.
Oh, Chardonnay. I seen Chardonnay perform on your platform too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you worked with the Alumni Theater to put this together.
Sure did.
So a couple questions here.
Okay.
Is this an annual thing? How the fuck did you do this? Because like when we're talking about professional level, I'm talking about from the lightings to the camera to the one thing that you don't typically see on these performances is the good microphone quality too, bro. So talk about how you put this together. How did you were able to collab and just the whole thing in general?
Absolutely. So first off, shout out ATC, Alumni Theater Company. I mean, if y'all don't know them, get to knowing them. They are a huge support in the community. They got a lot of great talent coming out of it and everything. And they're also just, great people. We've now done it twice there. And both times they were huge helps in getting it wouldn't have went as smooth as it did without them. I also want to shout out our Cyba team. So it was me as the CEO, but we had CC, my girl. She was a graphic designer. So any graphics that you've seen for Cybafest, she made. I also want to shout out Ada. She did her thing, man. She had like, I want to say like she was kind of like the person behind the curtain, like just putting everything in order, making sure people was in their places. Like if you're about to be next on, she was tapping you like, look, you gotta get in the back, so we can just keep it going. Biggest thing that we wanted to harp on was our, being on time. And just because that I ain't gonna lie, I'm not going down any other shows. I think every show that's been put out. You know what I'm saying? But I have noticed a lot of the times that it don't start on time. You know what I mean? And that's just like, yo, we harped on it. I was like, look, you better be here because it's starting when we said it was gonna start.
Everything off.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So shout out her. Shout out, you want to talk about sound? DJ Cold Blooded, that's been my brother since kids, man. Like blood wouldn't make us no closer. He did his thing. He's on the ones and twos. He's also DJing at Slappers and Bangers tomorrow. I don't know when it's gonna be posted, but he's doing it this upcoming one. So he was on the boards, and then quality camera work. Shout out Jordan, man. He did his thing. He did the promo day that we had, and he was also there, to get the shots and everything for the actual Cybafest.
So it is something that you want to do annually.
Absolutely, yeah.
And are you the host, or you're more behind the scenes with it?
So the point is, like I don't like the host. I like to be on the side, just watching the whole thing going and doing this thing. So every year we try to bring in all new people, including a host. This year I did have to host. We ran into some things with the original host. It got cleared up, but we were still able to put on the show. I did host. The first year we had my cousin Michael Curry. He did his thing. So every year we're going to look for a new host to put on the show.
And how do you choose which artists you go to? Now you said you obviously want different artists,
right? Each
time you do it,
right?
But what if you run into a problem where it's like someone's like, "Well, I want to do it again."
Mm-hmm.
How would you go about that?
First of all, I would be so thankful that somebody will want to return. That's just huge. That means, we did something positive that they want to be a part of again. That's fantastic. However, like I said, we do want to update the roster each time. So like we look for, like, it's usually let's see, 12 performers, right? So we had, musicians, we had dancers, we had comedians, we had an actor and actress.
Oh, so it's not. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I feel like that's what also separates our shows apart. It's more than just music. Music's my love, but there's more to that in the creative world. We want to give everybody they shine. You know what I mean? So we will look for a certain amount of musicians, a certain amount of dancers, a certain amount of actors and actresses, just so you can, when you come, you're getting a whole show. You mean it's not just going to be music. It's not just going to be acting.
Something
you know what I'm saying? So yeah, exactly. So when we curate the show, we do it in a way where it's like, all right, somebody comes out with some music, starts that off. All right, boom. Then we got somebody doing a scene, you know what I'm saying, like a monologue. All right, boom. Then we got a comedian. All right, well, now we're back to music. All right, now we got a dancer coming out. So it just keeps you on your toes the whole show.
So, but like, how do you choose the people? How does that work?
So Instagram, we just go in there and we see who's really putting in work and everything. So that was the past 2 years. Now it's more so going to be strictly for Cybas. You mean, so like, we really want to showcase all the talent in Cyba. So like if you're part of Cyba, especially a Surge member, they get reached out to first. Like, hey, thank you for being one of our top tier members. Would you like to be a part of this year's Cybafest? We reach out to them first. We go through a whole list. And then after that, if we still have spots available, we'll then outsource outside of Cyba.
One thing I also want to, the reason why I was honing in on the quality that you guys used all around is because one thing I noticed is a lot of the artists that you did have on our platform were also able to reuse the content that they had and post it on their YouTubes, post it on their Instagram. And basically now they have that show or professional setting looking when they're performing in any type of circumstance under their platform and under their belt. So was that also one of the goals that you had with that, or that's just coincidentally happened?
Absolutely. That was absolutely a goal from the jump. So for promo day, everybody had the opportunity to perform a few of their songs, get those visuals. They got interviewed and they got a professional photo shoot. You mean? And they also had a full video of their performance at Cybafest. So we wanted to do that because, like, one, that builds even more content for Cyba itself. Obviously,
gets your name out there.
Exactly. But I would say the more important part is that we're giving people content that they can use forever. We don't charge them for it. You mean, we didn't charge them to be a part of the show. You know what I'm saying? We actually paid them. So we paid them.
But you paid them?
Yeah.
How the fuck did you do that?
Man, it's out of love. No, you could, bro. So yeah, we did pay them. How we did it was we put out a thing, was like, yo, if you put out at least a 15-second reel promoting you and the show.
Okay, so you're to promote the Oak brand. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay.
Here's your bread for that. But even if you don't promote it, you're still, you know what I'm saying, you're still getting that free opportunity. You're still getting a photo shoot. You're still getting an interview. You're getting all these visuals for pretty much free. You just got to go there and do the best you.
And do you add them that, like, do you ask them to, like, tag your logo or like tag your platform, or what is that?
I say, if you would like to,
okay,
please, you know what I'm saying, please tag us, but like, it's not mandatory. You know what I'm saying? Once you do your thing, everything is yours.
But naturally in this type of era now with content, they're just going to do it. Yeah, so
you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's one of the things we don't have to ask. You know what I mean? If you do it, cool. If you don't, hey.
Okay, so this is going to be one of the last questions I have about the Cybafest.
Okay.
You said you've done it for 2 years.
Sir.
Who is of course you don't want to ever play favorites with stuff, but naturally there's always going to be something that you resonate with the most. So as a performance-wise or an artist or someone that you've seen during the Cybafest, who do you feel like had the best performance or the best, like, standing ovation, like where everyone was like, oh my gosh, that was just phenomenal?
I definitely have to say, and he's a Cyba himself, we call him Cyba Soul, but y'all know him as Soulful Tone.
Bro, that man, I've interviewed him. He's talented, bro.
Dang, bro. He was a part of the very first Cybafest. And when I say standing ovation, I mean, it was crazy. And I think it's because, like, his music hits all generations.
Yes,
you mean? So we was in there two-stepping, and so was the old folks. You mean? So I feel like that's why he got the excitement and the standing ovation that he did, man. He did his thing. Shout out him.
So he's a part of the Cyba too.
Yes, sir.
Soulful Tone is just, like, talented on all levels. I think I've seen him play the drums. I've seen him do, like, a throwback 2005 type of thing, rapping, gospel, country, like everything. He's done everything. So I know you reached out to him, or you guys just, how did that work? You know him personally.
I want to say, I don't know if I seen him perform first and then we started, you know what I'm saying, rapping about everything, or it was after, but, like, I know it was at one of the shows. I think it was at Raps and Things where I seen them first. Shout out Mark the Bull and Pamplona. They doing their thing.
Yes, they are.
They doing their thing. So I got to see Silvertone in person there, and I believe that's when I had asked him like, "Yo, we got Cybafest coming up. This is before the first one. Would you like to be a part of it?" And he was like, "Yeah, man, absolutely." And he came and did his thing.
Okay, now we have two other things that we got to talk about.
Okay.
So Cyba clone and then the Cyba zone. These are two different things.
Okay, so Cyba Cyclone or
Cyba cyclone.
No, you're good.
Okay,
You're
my
good.
bad.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
So the Cyba Cyclone that is the symbol here.
Okay.
So
oh no, we talked about that already.
Right.
So Cyba zone.
So the Cyba Zone is the digital platform.
Oh, okay,
so that's the Instagram page.
But are you on other platforms like TikTok, Facebook, other stuff? Or you hone in on Instagram?
We hone in on Instagram for sure.
It's the best right now, isn't it?
You know what I'm saying? TikTok's cool. It's just I feel like we're getting a better reach on there and
Trust
everything.
Me, get on TikTok.
Yeah.
Trust me, bro.
Yeah.
Get on TikTok.
Especially
with the Cybafest, bro.
Yeah. So we did post Cybafest stuff on there and everything. I think we're just trying to master one platform before we switch over to the next.
You have to, bro. Trust me, bro.
For sure.
You're talented, bro. I'm telling you, if you want to promote, like, of course it won't go up and you'll have to be consistent with it, but definitely.
Always.
For sure. So outside of that, do you like do vlogs, YouTube?
Not yet, not personally. I'm probably gonna start. Like I used to do a lot of content creation for me for just building Cybasuess.
Yeah.
But I think I took a step back so I could take a step forward for everybody else to help other creatives and on their endeavors and everything. But yeah, you're gonna see more Cybasuess very soon. Facts.
Can we talk about that a little bit? Because of apparently, once you get off the Cyba page and you go to your personal page, you're like, well, this is completely different. You model, you got style. So let's talk about that a little bit. You said you put a burner on it, but what have you done outside of the like whole Cyba thing, just like on a personal level, like yourself?
Yeah. So my creative journey, I started out, still am as a musician. I make music, make beats and everything. I also model. I just modeled in Trippers, Tripper.
Cybafest, yep.
Yeah, he did his thing. I was able to model in there. That was really fun. That's what I do. I music, modeling, and I love motivation, bro. I love just building other people up.
So how does that work for the modeling thing? Does brands reach out to you? You reach out to them? How does that work? Obviously, if they see your style, they're probably going to reach out.
Right.
Yeah.
I reached out to Tripper. It was it might have been at a Raps and Things. I was like, bro, how do I get involved? Like, how can I become a model for Tripper? And he was literally like, you just did. I swear, he just said it just like, he was like, you just did. I was like, yo, that was some real. And then I was able to be in Tripper Fest. You know what I'm saying? Closed mouths don't get fed, bro. So I feel like if I never asked, it probably would have never happened.
And so what if someone wants to collab outside of that? What if they want to do music or they need a beater like that? So like, how does that work? Are you still doing any of that?
Yeah.
Or is it?
Yeah, absolutely. I did just really get back into making music. I think I had to put so much, and I'm still putting a lot of effort into building Cyba and everything. So,
it makes more sense. Everyone's doing music. I'm sorry.
No, you're absolutely right. So that's why I'll say it's more of a hobby for me. Like I do it in a pastime. It's still fun, but I'm definitely more of like modeling and just building Cyba. Like I'm more focused on helping other creatives more than helping myself.
So those are some of the interests that you have outside of that.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
So what do you do for fun though? Like, of course that's hobbies, but like, what is something that you fun? Like, do you go party? Do you go out? What are some things that you do for fun?
I mean, I do, but like fun don't grow you.
Bro, I swear, I feel that.
It don't grow you.
That's why I don't even be wanting to go out no more.
You know what I'm saying? I go out because I know I get to see, like I'll go out to live shows and, where I know I'm going to see more creatives and everything. Most people will call that work. Maybe work is I can't not work, bro. Like when I'm sitting there, if I sit down on the couch too long, I'll be like, man, I am a lazy piece of whatever right now. You know what I'm saying? I could be making some music. I could be making more posts for the page, but I'm sitting here watching Netflix. You know what I mean? Like that's Netflix is always going to be there. Even if it's not whatever you're trying to watch, it's always going to be there. But your time, bro, that's the one thing in this life you will never, ever get back. Everybody got 24 hours. And once that 24 is gone, you will never see it again. It's going to be the next day. You know what I'm saying? Seize the day. Carpe diem, you mean?
Gio, yeah. I told Gio all the... Oh, you don't...
Gio made it?
He used to have that at the beginning of some of his old videos.
Yeah.
The fact that you said that just...
Seize the day, bro.
Okay, so... Here's the thing. So you do go out to events and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But what I've noticed, I don't want to call people fake because I don't know people. But when you're in a certain type of environment, you don't get the I'm not going to the best out of people, but
Mm-hmm.
and this is why I love doing interviews. One-on-one, and you're talking about someone's craft that they love.
Yeah.
This is the best version you'll get of someone.
For sure.
When you're out, you don't really, there's drugs, there's alcohol,
Mm-hmm.
there may be people that you don't favor there, so you don't really get the best of people like that.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your experiences when you do go out to some of these events?
I tell everybody this. Even if you're not on stage, you're still on stage because you are your brand, right? So if you're out there acting a fool, you know what I'm saying, getting into altercations, whatever it may be, that's
You
just
don't want to be noticed.
you know what I'm saying? That's that's what people see, especially in real life. You know what I mean? Because I feel like social media is so boost. Everybody's trying to be perfect on there. Like most people ain't gonna post their failures and their faults and where they're coming up short. You know what I mean? But when you see them in person, you're going to see that. You're going to see everything.
You can't
You're
hide
gonna see
it.
the good. You cannot hide it. You know what I mean? So that's why I love seeing people in real life. Like obviously, Cyba is digital. It's more, but it's in real life too. And every time you step outside, bro, you're like a walking billboard, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so what are some of the events that are coming up that you did want to do? And when is the next Cybafest?
So as far we mean events that we want to throw events that we're going
Yes.
to. So
Of course you still going to do we agreed that's
the event.
annual now.
Yeah.
So outside of that, what are some events you want to do, and then when's the next Cybafest?
I want to Cybafest is our main event, but we also just want to have community. Like I feel like everything don't have to be performance based. People can just come and just like a Cyba kickback, bro. Just come over. We're gonna play. We could play your music on the aux, bro. We can all just chill, maybe exchange ideas. But like, you know what I'm saying? Cybafest is our main thing.
And it's such a big thing that it takes a lot.
There's a lot of planning in that because it's more than just putting some people on a flyer and then y'all show up. Nah, bro, we got a whole rollout. Like when you get selected for Cyba, it's like months out because now you're on a schedule. We got all right, we got promo day, so you have to be there for that. That's where you're going to get your interviews and your photo shoots, and you get all your visuals that you can use to help promote the show or just promote you in general. You mean? So it goes a long way. It's not just on a flyer. There it is, and then it's over. You mean? It's an ongoing thing. So yeah, there's a lot that's put into it. You mean?
Do you have a dream collab or someone that you've thought that like, oh, it would be nice to work with them?
I don't want to say no in like I'm full of myself. But I think those opportunities are going to arise
when they come.
You mean? And then when that bridge comes, we're gonna figure if we want to cross it or not.
Do you have favorite artists? Maybe a couple favorite artists in Pittsburgh.
Man, I can shout out a couple. Man, first off, Vooch, man, tough doing his thing. We also got Soulful Tone. We got let's see, Samurai. She's doing her thing.
She's very talented.
Man, what? I don't want to leave nobody out, but like we got KG Verse Universe. He's also a part of Cyba. His name is Cybafest Universe. He actually just dropped the album as well. Go check it out. We got, I can just name Tonic. She is if y'all haven't listened to her music, it's like it'll damn near make you cry. Her name is Cyba Tonic. She's a part of it. We got Cybasuess. He just dropped a new single. You mean? So there's just a lot of talent. I don't even want to because I feel like if I start naming people, I don't want to make people feel left out. But like there's a lot of talent here, bro. Like just type in Pittsburgh music and just go down the list. Shout out Fed, you know what I'm saying? He's doing his absolute thing.
Shout out Fed. Yeah.
What? Come on, man. There's talent here, bro. Talent.
Also, the purple and black is why did you choose those colors specifically too? Because it seems like that's of course and now I guess it's gotten to a point where it just kind of works for the Cyclone type thing. You just think about it and it's just like those colors. But why those colors specifically?
So black is because that's the color of the rebellion. Okay. That's simple like that. Black is like it's anti, it's non-conforming, it's I'm gonna do me regardless. Purple has a couple different meanings. Purple is one of my favorite colors because red and blue are my favorite colors. And so when you put those two together, you get purple. But red is like that fire, courageousness. I'm going after, you know what I'm saying, tenacity. Blue is the more cool, level-headed. You should always be level-headed, but you know what I mean, like flowing type things. You being in your flow state. That's another thing. And when you put those two together, you get purple.
So that's crazy because You explain why it's your favorite color. You say you said it was the red and blue.
Red and blue, yeah.
And the mine will just be because Kobe. So it's just crazy how it's just like the same color, but two old different explanations.
Yeah.
Okay, so one things I did want to know is basically what you have coming up next, and then like also what is your plans for this platform? Like what is something that you see for it in the future? Like when it's not, of course you can always, with this type of promoting thing, it can always grow. But what is like the peak level of your mind? Because once you get to the peak level, of course, you'll reach another peak level.
There it is.
But what is the peak of it that you wanted to get to?
I would definitely say we're going to start planning the next Cybafest very soon. We're looking like beginning of 2026 will be the next Cybafest. So probably by the end of the year, we're going to start curating the list. And then honestly, man, you talking about like the future goals, what we got planned. So I'm not going to say end goal. The next goal is to acquire a building for Cyba because we wanted to operate like a gym. So think of like a LA Fitness, a Planet Fitness, but instead of workout machines, weights, treadmills, you got studios and studios. I would want a huge cafeteria for local food vendors to come in and cook their food and serve it. You mean so when it's like a one-stop shop for creativity. You want
a killer idea.
You know what I'm saying, bro? And I'm the type, bro. Like there's a lot of people like, yo, you probably shouldn't say that out loud because other people gonna take it. Please do. That's what we need here. So like if we have three, four entities all doing that because they want to build up creatives, do it, bro. You know what I mean? So that's what we want. When you come to Cyba, it's a one-stop shop for anything you want to make. Period.
Okay, and then my next question would be like, why did you want to be on Pittsburgh Chatter specifically? Because now this is a thing that I'm dealing with, man. Of course, I know the platforms like it's good, but I also see a lot of people doing interviews.
Yeah,
and then I'll say to people like, "Hey, I might not be able to get to you as fast as you want."
Yeah,
because it's just hard. It's really hard to get everybody. You know, it's booming right now in Pittsburgh with content. So it's really hard to get to everybody. So I'll send them other platforms and they'll be like, no, I want to be on Pittsburgh Chatter. And I'm just like, bro, they're doing the same thing as me. Yeah. So what is your reason for wanting to be on Pittsburgh Chatter specifically?
The quality of it. It's just looking at other people, it looks very down to earth. You know, it's not fake. It's not pre-scripted. I mean, it just looks like it's just a sit down, a conversation between two guys. You know what I mean? So when I see that, I'm like, man, this is perfect because like one, it's a platform that I could help or I could use to help build Cyba, but it's also a platform that I could help, potentially build y'all. You know what I mean? So I look at it as like a scratch my back, I scratch yours, or vice versa. You know what I mean? Y'all you got a dope platform, bro. Like this is cool. So I appreciate you for bringing me here.
No, it's definitely chill. I try to make that as Pittsburgh Chatter thing of like staying away from the drama, staying away from like just really focus and hone in on people's craft. Yeah. And you realize that I'm not even specifically to Pittsburgh, just in interviews in general. That's not something that typically happens.
Right. It's
but
usually
when you
negative.
do that, people love it.
Yeah, it's usually, like you said, it's usually negative. A lot of people harp on the like you said, drugs and weapons and yada yada. Like, yes, that happens, bro, but there's so much more positivity to focus on.
That's why I'm trying to aim away from like rappers and stuff. It's so bad because like it does get good views and it does do good, but like interviews like this and interviews with content creators is just so much easier and there's just so much more to talk about other than people's like just music. And I feel bad for saying that, but it's just like, oh my gosh,
bro, people thrive off of negativity. Like just look at Facebook. Most of the time, if it's like I gave up. For real though. Like look at the difference of somebody saying, yo, I got the job, or yo, I started a business versus damn, I got fired. I crashed my car. I got to get my leg cut off. You know what I'm saying? Get more likes, get more shares. That's people operate or tend to focus more on negative shit. Like look at the news, bro. It's always somebody got shot. There's a fire. There's a damn tornado coming through. Crazy views. But hey, this little black kid got a 1,000 IQ or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The highest IQ. It don't get no press.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
It don't get no run.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. But you should never let you should never run with negativity. You should try to always be as positive as possible, man.
For sure. Okay, so what is some advice that you would give to someone that wants to be in your field or some artist that maybe trying to promote? What is just some advice you would give to people in Pittsburgh, just in the media field? Because you are in the media field. I don't know if you consider yourself, but I feel like you are.
Definitely.
So, what's some advice you would give to people?
Start.
True.
A lot of people are waiting for the perfect time, perfect feeling. They want to be, feel motivated. Can I cuss? I already did.
can.
Fuck motivation, bro. Motivation don't get you nowhere. You know what does? Discipline, consistency. You know what I'm saying? Just start. You could take 1 billion notes. You could go to 1 billion classes, take all these courses, get somebody to, talk life into you, whatever. It should already be in you. If you need motivation to do what you say you love to do, then you don't really love it. You
gotta
mean?
put foot to the pavement.
What, bro? Just wake up and do it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need these 4-hour-long morning routines or whatever, bro. Get up, sweat, eat good, and work on your goals, bro. Straight like that. Put in the work.
A lot of people will talk and won't start, and it's just like you'll look up and then, like me, I'm on episode 100. So you
know what I'm saying?
You gotta start. You definitely gotta start.
I put it like this, bro. Like, say if you have in 5 years, whether or not you push towards your goals or not, 5 years is gonna pass,
and you'll be something if you start.
You'll be something.
Something.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, so one thing I want to say, we're running out of time here.
Okay.
But I do appreciate you for coming. And also, I just want to tell people where they can follow you. You got a lot of pages. So remember to list all of them, bro. Every single one.
Yeah.
Where they can follow you. And go ahead.
So the main page is Cybazone. That's CYBAZONE. You go in there, you'll see everything we got going on in Cyba. You'll see the Cybuzz that we got. People outside of Cyba, we just building the whole creative community. My personal page is Cybasuess. Okay, Seuss, it came from like Dr. Seuss, the imaginative creative world. Put Cyba together, boom. So Cybasuess. And the third page right now it's called Baybro. So that's my page with my girl Cece. It's like a couples channel. Yeah. So it's on there as well.
No. Hold on.
What's that?
I'm sorry.
No, you good.
What is some relationship advice you would get? How many years are you guys in?
Almost 4 years.
Okay.
Almost 4 years.
We gotta, before you finish that, you gotta give some relationship advice to people. Like, what should you look for in a partner?
What should you?
If you don't want to focus on this, want to just keep it all side, but I can cut.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I would. This is still Cyba because Cyba is me. You mean?
Okay.
Look for in a partner. You should look for somebody who looks for something in themselves, that actually wants to be something and pursue goals and aspirations. Not somebody who just sits around, leeches off other people. You mean, she is my biggest support.
You've mentioned it throughout the interview of her helping you with the Cybafest, helping you with this, the graphics.
Yeah, exactly.
It goes hand in hand. So you're right.
Just like I said, look for somebody who's looking for something in themselves, who wants to be better than what they currently are. Straight like that. Obviously, love and trust and good music. I feel like them is all like outside things. The internal thing is like you should want to be with somebody who loves themselves enough to be able to put forth love and effort into you.
I ain't gonna lie. I know that. Everything else you said was good, but I'm not gonna lie. That might be the one, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That's gonna be a one. So, you said you want to go again and list them off. I think you got all of them.
Yeah, that was three. That was three.
Okay,
we're gonna come out with a Cyba merch page once we really I got the hoodie on right now. We got hats. We got socks.
So you do have merch coming, or this is just samples right now?
I would say it's samples right now. We got some stuff up on our website that's being worked on currently, but in the upcoming, very soon future, we're gonna have the whole top to bottom. We're gonna have everything, plus bags and water bottles and
that's perfect. You everything. Can sell that at the Cybafest.
There you go, you man.
All right. So I do appreciate you for coming on, man. Thank you, man.
I appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
All right. So all I'm gonna do is